Can't you just sit still somewhere and
I'm not coming up in here complaining when you left me in the house all
You don't always gotta do nothing and go nowhere. See, that's why we're so divided now as a people, because we don't have focus. Why don't you just sit down somewhere and focus? Watch some PBS or something.
So you gonna sit there with a straight face and say, y'all ain't do nothing?
I'm noticing lately you feeling for all of the wrong things. You ain't been submissive, girl. You ain't as attentive as you claim. You walking around like you got somewhere you'd rather be.
Shalom, family.
Feeling like you ain't secure. I feel you searching for some sympathy. I know that you don't even pray no more. Ooh, baby, I like my women like my money. A little greedy, a little jealous.
Please hit that like on your way in.
But you're vindictive when you're feeling lonely. And you rather call straight than go. I don't wanna feel your pain no more. Cause why would I wanna be Adam and Eve? You just gon' let your serpent run. You counsels every week, don't wanna speak. They say we're out of place when we're in love. I don't wanna fight no more. It's hard to see you leave, but there's the door. Oh, no. Why would I wanna be Adam and Eve? You just gon' let your serpent. It's hard to see you leave, but there's a door. Oh, no. Yeah. But instead I'm gon' forgive her. In my righteous state of mind, I'm giving chances like repentance. Slide to the Louis, throw I'm at your frames with the slippers. She playing the victim role, giving me things like it's November. Thinking analogy, she wanna justify her temper. Making a mockery, I feel my stomach getting sicker. Oil my enemies, but my...
Please hit that like button on the way in, family. Do me that favor. We're gonna get into it today. Y'all see the topic. Can modern day marriages stand? We'll be the judge.
You're vindictive when you're feeling lonely. You never go.
Well, I gotta will this track. Go ahead.
Why you always gotta do something? Can't you just sit still somewhere and
I'm not coming up in here complaining when you left me in the house all
You don't always gotta do nothing and go nowhere. See, that's why we're so divided now as a people, because we don't have focus. Why don't you just sit down somewhere and focus? Watch some PBS or something.
So you gonna sit there with a straight face and say, y'all ain't do nothing?
I'm noticing lately you feeling for all of the wrong things. You ain't been submissive, girl.
We're gonna get into it, family.
Attentive as you
I hope y'all having a good week.
like you got some
I know it just started, but
who got you feeling like you ain't secure? I feel you searching for some sympathy. I know that you don't even pray no more. Ooh, baby, I like my women like money. A little greedy, a little jealous. But you're vindictive when you're feeling lonely. And you rather call straight than go. I don't wanna feel your pain no more. Cause why would I wanna be Adam and Eve? You just gon' let your serpent run. You counsels every week, don't wanna speak. They say we're out of place when we're in love. I don't wanna fight no more. It's hard to see you leave, but there's the door. Oh, no. Why would I wanna be Adam and Eve? You just gon' let your serpent run. You counsels every week, don't wanna speak. They step out of place when I don't wanna fight no more. It's hard to see you leave, but there's a door. Oh, no. Yeah. But instead I'm gon' forgive her. In my righteous state of mind, I'm giving chances like repentance. Slide to the Louis, throw I'm at your frames with the slippers. She playing the victim role, giving me things like it's November. Thinking analogy, she wanna justify her temper. Making a mockery, I feel my stomach getting sicker. Oil my enemies, but my love peeling like a sticker. At least just stick it out, I break out when you can hear her. Cause I like my women, like my money. A little greedy, a little jealous. But but you're vindictive when you're feeling lonely. You never go straight. I don't wanna feel your pain no more. Counsels every week, don't wanna speak. They step all out of place when I don't wanna fight no more. It's hard to see you leave, but there's a door. Why would I wanna be Adam and Eve? You just gonna let your serpent run you. Counsels every week, don't wanna speak. They step all out of place when we're alone. I don't wanna fight no more. It's hard to see you leave, but there's a door. Oh, no.
Not having a man next to me without one, being low. I hate you. I'm gonna have me a man a man who wants to be with me and my baby and have a family. A real man, Jody. Not some little boy who still want to live at home with his mama. You better walk away. I hate you. You so stupid.
You hate me?
Yeah, that's right. I hate you.
You hear the hate in her voice? We're gonna get into it, family. How y'all doing today, man?
You can't be wasting no time. Yeah.
Shout out my ox in Atlanta, man.
You can't be wasting no time. It's all on the scriptures, read through the line. I'm a king like David, look in my eyes.
David, who's a young man.
I gotta wheel that other one back. I don't even know where that was at.
David, who's a young man.
We're gonna get started just now, family.
Praise to the Most High perpetually.
Just letting some more people come in. How y'all doing? How was y'all week, man? Spread the word. I'm live.
Passion as I stand right before you. They will never understand the type of love I got for you. Perpetually praise you from the womb to the soil. I got haters cause I choose to enjoy you. Figure that people using you the most, treating you like a genie. You delivered us from Egypt. They must thought it was easy, but they ain't got the nerve to check me for my fringes and seats. You don't love them, then your spirit's beneath me. Cause I'm riding you the most high, but they been rejected since Samuel. One-on-one conversations got me feeling like Daniel. This is not fake. I treat them like a friend or companion. So don't you ever try to judge my expansion. This is real. Shed a tear in the studio whenever I write. I'm in his essence, feel his presence like I'm holding a light. Never second guessing all the missions that he chose for my life. This is evidence. Remember this. Be bold for what's right. Me and we personal. What please you I thirst to know. If it's enemies I'm first to know. They try you I'm first to go. But you so merciful. You use me so purposeful. Cut so deep it's surgical. You got my spirit vertical, I promise. Firstborn, God made me your firstborn. The most I said exposed was a Hold on. Firstborn, y'all made me your firstborn. The most I said exposed was underneath, just like my shirt torn. Blessed as long as a church song gave me purpose to work on. And that was all way before the earth formed. Just listen, all praise the Most High, the Father that made us. I remember when I was 5, I said a speech for the mayor. We been blessed, so I can't let no enemy play us. We gon' shine in one direction like lace. Practice, hey, practice, hey, practice. Guess you can want to sit down and spit it out.
We about to get started just now, family. Got a great topic. I know you guys can see it already. Can modern day marriages stand? I want you guys to tap in.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Most son never left me, I live by his rules. Enemies try to test me, but they always lose. Figure that. All your wisdom, it helps me, yes, to get me through. Thanks for anything that you tell me, that's what I do. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient. Yeah, yeah. It's expedient. The Most High tell me grass, so I reach, move his lip. That's a path for the sheep. Prophecies be harassing the beast. Nowadays, how Shaitan looking weak. Feet slip like running fast on the beach. Got drive till he crashed.
Spread the word, I'm live.
Airbags, now he sleep. What you thought?
Soon I'm gonna put the call out number 2. I want you guys to call in as well too.
Yeah.
I want to make this a conversation.
No bitch. Yeah. Got no time for hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got so much sin, but checking me, they annoying.
Shalom Cass D, Shalom Al, Shalom Miss McKinney, Shalom Cynthia, Shalom
Told me
Kataza. I hope I'm saying it right.
told me to reach a nation.
Quad Tazayara.
On all the stages. When he come back, he not even playing. Gotta be obedient to all the saints. Yeah.
To be obedient. You've been chose to be obedient. It's obedience. They ask me what's the reason. It's obedience. The wisdom I've been given, we've been needing it. Standing on your word, it ain't no leaving it. Proper structure from the Father, why not cleave to it? They be wicked in their ways, they be mistreating it. Blessed see the keep commandments, that's the only way we standing in obedience. Yes, keep his word, you I can blind, how you not seeing it?
Please, family, hit that like button on your way in.
So you know
Let's drive this algorithm so other people could come in.
Me, I live by his rules. Enemies try to test me, but they always lose. Figure that. All your wisdom, it helps me, yes, to get me through. Thank you, Father. Anything that you tell me, that's what I do. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient. Obedience, 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 obedience. It's expedient.
Hit that like button, family. Come on.
Yeah. It's expedient.
Free of charge. Free of charge.
It's high, tell me grass, so I reach.
Yes.
What you thought? My obedience protected me.
Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Shalom, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to everybody who's watching. Thank you guys for coming in, right? We're about to get into this show right now. The topic of discussion: can modern day marriages stand? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about it. There's a lot going on, family, and I want to talk about it. So follow me as I talk about it, and hopefully it gets you to talk about it, and we could talk about it, family. Without any further ado, let's start this. Yes, 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 yes. Once again, peace and blessings. And to all my Hebrew, shalom, shalom. Right? Thank you guys for coming in on the check-in. Thank you for coming out on this Tuesday night and streaming in with me and, you know, hearing what I got to say. But how do I sound? Do I sound good? If I sound good, please put a thumbs up in the chat and we're going to keep it moving. Right? If I sound good on the chat, put a thumbs up so we could keep it moving. Because I just want to keep it moving. I don't want to waste no time. I don't want to waste your time. You know, it's a weekday. It's a school night, right? And I also got work in the morning. I got to be up at 5. But I'm here because I want to talk about this. You know, this topic came to me and I'm like, you know what? This is a good topic because I'm going to tell y'all why this even came to my mind as a topic. There's a reason why this even came to my mind as a topic. Praise the Most High. I got a thumbs up. Praise the Most High. Right? this topic came to me. I was scrolling, and you know how we all do, right? We be scrolling on Instagram, right? We be scrolling sometimes, you know, we got some idle time and we be scrolling and different. And for some reason now, Instagram got it where you can't even see your followers. Like all of my followers, I can't really see what I don't even be seeing what a lot of my followers are posting, or what are the people that I should say, the people that I'm following. I barely could see what they're posting, but I always, like, they always recommend other people posts, and I be seeing a whole bunch of random posts. And I seen this post that really, I'm like, yo, what kind of show is this? It was like, now, podcasts are the new thing now, right? So if you got a podcast, that's what people are tuning into, right? No, people's not really watching shows like that, like they used to, or, you know what I'm saying? And podcasts and YouTubers are becoming the new media, right? So I seen a podcast show, and it was a panel of it was like a mix of men and women, right? Like, younger people. And in that topic, in that discussion, they were talking about qualifications for how you would date somebody, right? If that person had more than one partner, would you consider that person a mate? Or would you want to try that person before you got married? And I'm like, yo, nah, this got to be a topic that we got to talk about, because the world is obviously talking about this conversation in unrighteousness. So it's upon us to have this conversation, of people of like mind, so we could get to the bottom of this thing, right? Because the way this thing is looking right now, I don't think modern day marriages can stand against what's out there. And I'm gonna play some clips and I'm gonna show y'all. I don't think modern day if your marriage is not what I believe, not founded on biblical a biblical purpose or biblical foundation, is not your marriage is based upon, then your marriage basically does not stand a chance compared to what's going on in this world. Right? And then I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, when the scriptures says in the last days people will be given into unchastity, that's a real thing. And everything that gears the minds of the people, that people click, like when you go on YouTube, all I had to do was type in something on YouTube in the search, and a whole bunch of things for what I was looking for came up. And what I typed in on YouTube was body count. And we're going to talk about what that is too. For some of you older people who might not know what that is, I'm going to explain that. Body count is how many people you've slept with. So that's a thing that's going on. It's sad. It's crazy. It's bananas. There's no such thing as discretion anymore. That's out the window. Discretion, where people was discreet and people didn't speak about what they did in privacy, that thing is out in the open. It's out in the open now. So you can freely speak how you want to speak. No one is going to judge you. No one's going to say anything, because why? Everybody's doing it. This is why I wanted to talk about it. This is the reason why I wanted to talk about today's topic, right? And once again, please, if you now coming in, please hit that like button. Also, do me a favor and also subscribe. Help me build this page, right? So we could continue to have more conversations like this. Right? Because and it's another thing. I find it so funny how the world could come together and have conversations about filthy stuff and things that are not good, unrighteous. To the flesh is good, but people are rarely coming together to speak about things that are building the people, building our people, right? Because before all this, what existed was family. Right? So something happened, I would say like towards the end of the 80s. Some of you older people could correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I can remember, for from the end of the 80s to the beginning of the 90s, that's when traditional families started to not be a thing anymore. Then after the 90s, coming into the early 2000s, and the family structure has been dismantled. So your traditional family of mother and father and children, that don't exist no more. They got their own definitions to what family is, right? So this is what the modern day family is actually up against, right? This is the reason why I titled this topic, "Can Modern Day Marriages Stand?" Because there's a lot. Because some people could some people are looking at it like, yo, what's the point of even getting married if I could do this? I can get everything that comes with a marriage without the commitment. This is where we at right now. So shalom, everybody who's coming in. I appreciate you guys for coming in, right? So this is where we at. We're living in a time where people can get all the benefits of a marriage, but don't have to have the commitment to it. You could stay at your own place. I'll stay at my place, but we're together. But the biblical foundation of marriage, that was never so. It was never meant to be this way. It was never meant for people to what's called shack up or to have what's called one night stands. That was never, we weren't created for that. But the world is at a point where, it's free love. Do what you want with who you want, how you want. You understand? And the only scripture that could come to my mind when thinking about that, I'm going to read it too. But it's like, it's crazy where this world is right now. And when you look at our communities, and I'm talking about black and brown Hispanics, we're a people who basically suffer the most from this. Like if you look at it, if you compare us to the other races of people, you compare us to the Caucasian race, you can compare us to the Asian race, you can compare us to Russians, to the Jews, to the Jewish people, to the Arabs. If you look at how they build their communities are actually built on marriage. You always see man and woman and children. They have their home, they have their houses together, they have their family business. You see their children, right? But then when you go a few miles to where we stay at, to our neighborhoods, you don't see that image of man, woman, and child. You see women by themselves with like 3-4 babies. One in the carriage, one on her arm, and two of them just running around while she's crossing the street. And if you see the brothers just standing on a street corner in front of a corner store all day. So what has happened to our community where we can't see the benefit of having a fruitful family, which is man, woman, and child? Why is it that we've been so degraded to the point where that don't even matter anymore? It's not even about being married. It's about your body count. This is where we at. This is where the world is. And what's crazy is the majority of people that you're going to run into is not going to see it the way we see it, because a lot of people are not looking at this life from a biblical standpoint. It's just people are not looking at it that way. It's sad. So now the question is, how have we gotten here as a people? I'm going to say what I believe got us here, right? Okay, for us thinking about it from a biblical standpoint, some of us would say, yeah, the fact that we walked away from the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, this is the reason why we're here, 100%. But now somebody who don't believe in the Bible, somebody who's carnal, somebody who just lives life as is, and the television and media is their Bible. To them, to me, what gave them the idea to the perception of to have that type of culture, I'm gonna say it straight out. I believe it was the hip hop culture. Y'all tell me if y'all agree with me or not. Or y'all put in the comments what y'all believe was is the reason for our people not not engaging in traditional family. When I say traditional family, I mean a father, mother, and children, husband and wife. I solely believe when the hip hop culture started to change, because before, when hip hop first came, it was about positive stuff, making songs like Unity, UNITY, that's unity, right? Making these songs about positive things. Then the culture just shift to like gangster rap, and then from gangster rap, because I grew up in the era with the gangster rap. Then after that, it turned into harlotry, right? It's getting hot in here. All these songs, right? Girl, you look good. Won't you back that? And it's to the point where they where they made a commercial to try to get people to get vaccinated. Man, you look. I don't know how it go, but it's a something when you vax that thing up. So y'all tell me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think changed the image of marriage for our people. Someone says Khan, hip hop and the media. And the media, yeah. Because a lot of these shows promote promiscuity and sleeping around. I remember growing up, there was a show called Gossip Girl. Listen, I don't even know what that show was about, but from the name of that show alone, I already knew it was foolishness. I already knew it was about a girl sleeping around. Matter of fact, even before that, I don't even know if that was around the same time. There was a show called Sex in the City. That was a popular show ran by Edomites, right? 4 Edomite women, right? One of them being the star of the show, and it's called Sex in the City. So shows like that actually paint the picture of what we have today, right? And I'm gonna show y'all some disturbing videos, and I'm like, yo, I can't believe that this is even a thing. It doesn't make any sense how this is even a thing, where people are going around asking people, what is your body count? And like, growing up, that's not something to be proud of, especially for sisters. If a sister had a reputation growing up of being or known as she gets around, or everybody is dealing with her, bro, brothers, y'all already know what we was calling her. According to the scriptures, that's called a whore. And it's sad because a lot of our sisters fall into this because they feel like they can do exactly what men do. I'm not making no excuse. I'm not making no excuse for what brothers do, because what brothers do is wrong too. Brothers sleeping around and doing all this crap, right? But when sisters now, women that are supposed to be viewed as precious jewels, like dainty, right? Delicate, start to think like men and think they could do what men do, we have a problem. Society has really reduced to nothing. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, right? Shalom once again to everybody who's coming in. And if you're new to this channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. Hit the like button too, right? Let's scramble the algorithms, right? Let me read this. Where am I at? I'm in a book in Timothy, right? Hold on. I'm in a book of I'm gonna go to 1 Timothy. Give me a second. This thing is acting up. Right. Once again, shalom for everybody who's coming in. Right. I thank you guys for coming in on a Tuesday. Right. School night for those who have young children who still in school. Right. You know, my children are homeschooled here in New York. You know, they don't allow our children in these schools without the poison. Right. But I thank you guys for coming in. Right. 1 second, family. Yeah, so let me go through the comments real quick. Shalom, everybody. Social media, period. Somebody says had played a major role. Yeah, social media is still playing a major role as to why communities is being our communities are being desecrated and, you know, put to shame with this culture. Like I said, if I didn't see that post, and the thing is, I seen that post twice this week, and I'm so mad that I didn't save it because I wanted to go on their YouTube page and show y'all how disgusting that channel was, right? So I'm gonna read the scripture real quick, then I'm gonna get into the first video, right? So I'm in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Listen to this. And this is how we know that we're in that time where the scriptures is talking about. It says, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." So living in the last days, there's going to be some perilous times, right? "For men shall be lovers of their own selves," right? That's the first sign. "They shall be covetous," right? I mean, they always want something, never satisfied. They want what someone else have. "Boasters." This generation is all about boasting. What you got, what you could buy, you know what I'm saying? How much followers you have, how much likes you have. If your post could go viral. Boasters. Right? "Proud," "blasphemers," right? "Disobedient to parents," "unthankful," unthankful and holy, "without natural affection." And I don't need to say too much about that. We know what that unnatural affection is, right? It's "unseemly," "truce breakers," "false accusers," "incontinent," "fierce," "despisers of those that are good," right? "Traitors," "heady," "high-minded," lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God." Ain't that the truth? We're dealing with people who are more so lovers of pleasures than they are more so lovers of God. "Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away." Right? So this is what the scripture says, the time that we're living in. Right? So matter of fact, I ain't even gonna waste no more time, man. Let me go into the first video. And I want you guys to, you know, maybe you guys could see what I see. Maybe you guys could, I don't know, help me figure this out. Because I don't even know anymore. It's not making any sense. Right? So I'm going to play, where's the first video I wanted to see? Was it this? All right, I'm going to play the first video, man. It's freaking, I'm sorry, man. Let me just play this. So, like I said in the beginning, there's a culture now that's out there called, you know, or I don't know if it's called something or it's about finding or asking random strangers, what is your body count? All right. This is why, and this is the reason why modern day marriages cannot stand, or people are not looking to get married, because you could just do this free. Look at this. Let me pull up the video for you guys. Look at this. Excuse the first image. I'm saying this harlot is just out here.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Daily Dropout. I'm Danny. Today I'm in Miami Beach, Florida, and I'm gonna be asking people, what's your body count?
I'm gonna be asking people, what is your body count? Like, what? Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me understand that? Can somebody help me understand that? We have a young lady going around asking people, of course, it's going to be a majority men, what is your body count? Like, what's going on?
Hi. I have a quick question.
And she got Jacob.
What would you say? I'm just
my
giving, an
gosh.
estimate. Like, what is your body count?
She got Jacob. Oh.
Like, how many people are you thrusting in?
How many are you?
Like 768.
What? Nah. I hope she's lying. This girl just said 768. That got to be a lie. Somebody please tell me in the comments that's a lie, please.
You're thrusting 768 people.
Well, they thrust me technically, but yeah.
Why?
I mean, I just like to.
Oh, really? You want to go now?
Sure. Okay.
Did you see that? He asked her. This is a random stranger. A random person. She asked this question, and he just said, "Do you want to go right now?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." This is the reason why marriages is kind of extinct. It's a lost art. It's disgusting, bro. Look.
Do you want to come back to my place?
Do you want to come back to my place?
I live just down the street.
Harlot. Her gates leadeth to hell, brothers.
Hi. What's your body count? Yeah. So can it be 1001? I'm Danny. My hands are wet, but things would get wetter later anyways, so, it's nice. And I love the fit.
Oh, for real?
Quick question, though.
Yes.
And notice, she's majority going up to brothers. I don't know if that's by design, you know what I'm saying, but.
No, you're fine.
Oh, sorry, yeah, this is my brother.
I'm a social person, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
What's up?
What's your body count?
My body count?
Yeah.
I have under double digits. I don't do double
Wow.
digits.
He's the one.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's up? I'm the one for. I get that
chosen
often, the chosen one. It's crazy you say that though, but I've had it happen in my life throughout a couple of times.
Yeah.
So we
what y'all
should
looking for?
proceed with.
Wait, so like, what do you think the number is? So we need like a specific.
A specific verdict on what?
Your
My
body
number?
count. Yeah.
9.
It's 9.
Wow.
9 bodies completely
So
total.
you can't do any more bodies then.
I'm not because I can't do any more bodies though, but that's just my count as of right now as far as where I.
All right. As you can see, family, this is what marriage is up against. This is what marriage is up against. If I could live in a place where I could just freely just walk somewhere and ask somebody their body count, and then that leads into something else, why should I get married? What's the point? What's the point of marriage? Because I'm doing that main act of having sexual intercourse with somebody that I don't even want to marry. This is what marriage is up against. I've never known that this was a thing until I seen that Instagram video earlier this week. People are, and the thing is, they're not even ashamed. They're not even ashamed to say what the number or whatever it is. They're not even ashamed. Like, what has happened to this world to where we could do stuff like this, and we you know what I'm saying? It's okay. This is accepted. And they shame the people who are chaste, the people who hold themselves and wait for marriage. They shame that type of behavior. Let me go to the comments. This is ridiculous, bro. My man Yara says, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Yo, that is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to buy. I shouldn't have to buy the cow. I could get the milk for free. Why buy the cow with the milk if you can get the milk for free? Sammy says, this is Babylon where any wicked deed is possible. Khan, it's crazy. In today's dating market, women have way more sex than men. Shame also is gone. Yes, shamefacedness is also gone. There was a time where women was shamefaced. And that's what and that's part of that, and that's actually part of being what's called a virtuous woman, to be shamefaced. Right? And I'm not gonna just drill the women, drill the sisters, because brothers is on some wicked thing too. Brothers is wicked too. Right? But I'm just trying to show that there is no level of chastity between anyone on this earth, between men and women. Right? There's no chastity. Right? One second. Right? It's sad that we live in a time like this. Let's go back to this. Hold on. Let's go back to this. Right?
Reached in my life and where I'm at.
Okay, so you can't tell anybody about this, okay? You're starting a molecular cloning system, right? We need somebody who's
let me fast forward. I don't know what this guy is talking about.
3, 5.
So where are you?
She takes a
it's an
picture,
ad.
and in that picture
sorry,
is the
guys.
CT.
Oh, y'all gonna make me seem like a hoe, that's right. Probably like 15.
15? Okay. 3, okay. Wow. That's,
Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Come on.
Oh, well, since everybody else lied, I'm gonna say 20.
Okay.
I'ma say 20. This is the world, guys.
Let's go. Okay. 15. Okay, so total that's 78 bodies, but then we're gonna divide that by 7. Okay. So the average is 11. That's honestly very good. That's good. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Right? This is what's glorified right now. This is why I asked that question. Can modern day marriages even stand? I kind of feel like it's kind of hard. And if you are married, hold on to that marriage. Hold on to that, because this day and age is. I would feel bad for you if you had to go and find a mate out there with what's going on right there. I'd feel bad. I would tell you just be a eunuch for the kingdom's sake. Because if you think you're gonna take your chances out there, where some women body counts are higher than men, and men is just out here with crazy body counts, and what are you leaving for yourself? What you know what I'm saying? What kind of family you gonna bring forth, or are you even going to bring forth a family? Because what's the point of even getting married? You have everything that you can get, right? It's sad. Look, let me show you this next video. Listen to this. This sister actually had some wisdom in when she was speaking. I want to show y'all this, right? Look at this.
Does body count matters
Or men or
for
women?
for women? How many dudes a woman has slept with, does that matter?
I think it matters. I absolutely think it matters
Why do you think it
because
matters?
the more men you sleep with, the more spiritual connections you make, emotional
Mhm.
connections you make. I always say, for every man that you sleep with, they are making a deposit. And so you walking around with multiple deposits, and over time, that could come out in different ways. That could look different depending on.
She's smart. She said the more men you sleep with, the more spiritual deposits you're intaking, basically, because it is a transfer of spirit. It is a transfer of spirits. If you dealing with multiple people, you're basically taking a piece of that person that you're laying with. Because marriage, coming together or consummation of two flesh becoming one, it's supposed to be a spiritual thing. And it's unfortunate that this time that we living in, a lot of people don't understand that. And they actually devalue what we know as marriage and the sanctity of marriage, right? They devalue it. So now the people who live their life free, sleeping with whoever they wanted, however they wanted, now you get into a marriage now. What are you leaving for your mate? Are you burnt out? Are you going to have the same love and affection towards your mate? Because you done gave it all already. You gave it already. You gave it away already. So it's not going to be special now. But let me continue. Let's hear what she got to say.
On the circumstance and the situation.
Do y'all ever get caught up emotionally with the idea that the guy that's for the community D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not you, but just based off of the conversations that you have,
Mm-hmm.
do women ever get caught up with the idea because they so emotionally connected with that guy or whatever that they can change him into being the man that they would want him to be?
Absolutely.
Really?
They do, but it may not always pan out that way, but one can be hopeful.
One can be
so
hopeful.
When you see, let's just say if you've seen your homegirl going down that path, and a lot of times because women can be googly eyed and they the one that's laying next to them, they can't always necessarily see what's best for them. Do you have that conversation with her and be like, yo, I don't think that he the one, or do you just let her do her thing?
I don't think
that
he the one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you communicate with your homegirl? Because it's different how guys communicate with their guys and girls communicate with their girls.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I see, and this is not just I'm not just focusing in on my group of friends, and I'm just broadening it to women, across the whole spectrum. A lot of times we like to pacify our girlfriends and give them the illusion.
Well, I see a ring on her finger, so kudos to her if she is actually married and she's just not talking. I hope she is, because that would give her a lot of points and show that this can be done, right? Because that last video we seen was just, to me, it was just disgusting. I don't. There's no other way to put it. You know what I mean? That's their content. They want to put it out, fine. But this is what they're promoting to the people. And now when younger people find or, fall upon that type of video, they're going to feel like it's okay. And you already know, and all of us, pretty much all of us on this, on this platform right now, growing up in high school, there was always pressure, especially for young men, to be sleeping around. We all went through that, right? So you could imagine what the generation behind us and behind the one that generation and the younger generation are going through now. When you have content on YouTube called "What's Your Body Count," right? Let me let her finish her point.
Illusions. My friends get mad at me all the time because I just straight shooter. I just call it like I see. I'm like,
you are.
nah,
You extra
nah.
nice on here, but
I'm
in
like,
real
nah.
life, you different.
I'm like, girl, you think he was telling the truth? Girl, you believe that? Now you really, I'll ask those questions, and they start getting, they're like, they don't like when I get like.
Okay, so she looked like she gives, somewhat good advice to her homegirls, being that, I'm right now I'm gonna take the stance that she is married. She look like she gives good advice to single women. So now, what kind of advice can single women get from the culture that's out there right now? What kind of advice can these women get from these shows that promote multiple partners? Like, all right, I almost forgot about this show. And I know a lot of y'all gonna know this show too. There's a couple of shows. The one that I want to talk about the most, or the one that I can remember the most, was call that thing Bachelor. Y'all remember that show? Yo, type of one in the chat if you remember that show called The Bachelor, where it was a show, and this is the beginning of the degradation of marriage. It was a show where a man would go, and I think I don't know, I don't remember if it was like it was like a show of like 50 women, contestants. So he would have to date all 50 of them within the show. Who knows, whatever that thing is. He'd have to date all of them and then choose a bride or a fiance. I don't know how it worked. Then years later, after that show came out, they had a show called The Bachelorette. What does that mean? I don't even know. I didn't even know there could be a such thing called a bachelorette. But now it was in reverse, where it's one sister being shared by 50 men. That sounds so crazy, me saying that right now. Just me saying that right now sounds freaking ridiculous. One sister sharing 50 men. Like, you guys just say that right now out loud. One sister or one woman sharing 50 men. That sounds so crazy. I don't even... Do y'all think that sounds crazy or no? But we live in a time where that's okay. We live in a time where it's okay for a sister to have multiple men, to have multiple partners. Look, this is crazy. Y'all think I'm making this up? Look what the scripture says. I'm in the book of Titus. Listen, I'm reading out the scriptures. This is what the book of Titus says. Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. So a woman, once she become of age, she should have a character which shows holiness. That means when younger sisters see that woman, they should be like, you know what? I want to be like that lady when I get older. You know what I'm saying? What? Not false accusers. I'm gonna read it from the top. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. Not false accusers, not given to much wine. Right? So sisters also gotta be able to control their intake of wine. Okay? Teachers of good things, that they may teach the young woman. You see, and I think we're getting somewhere though. I think we're getting somewhere. I think the scriptures is showing us how we got to what we just seen just now, where a random white girl could just walk around and just ask brothers what's their body counts. And not only that, just go and sleep with them too as well. Right? It says this, that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands. This is what the older woman is supposed to teach the younger sisters, to love their husbands. So that means I'm starting to see that there's not enough older women teaching the younger women how to be holy women, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet. That's what the aged women are supposed to be teaching the younger sisters, to be discreet. As we can see, some of these sisters don't have no discretion. They speak, they say what they want to say, they talk nasty, they just out here, right? To be discreet. Chase, meaning you don't have a body count. You're teaching the younger sisters not to have a body count. Vice versa, the older age men is teaching younger brothers not to have a body count. Chase, keepers at home. Good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. I think the scriptures just showed us how this thing started to come about. I think the scriptures is actually showing us how this thing actually started. Where are the oldest women? We need to set up platforms for older women to sit down and talk to these younger sisters, because YouTube is giving these young nasty sisters, these young nasty women, platforms to talk nasty and dirty, and to put it into the young people's mind that it's okay to have a body count. And matter of fact, not that it's okay, not just as okay. How much? What's the number? That's not something to be proud about. That's not something to talk about. That's not what's called a virtuous woman. And brothers, that's not something to be proud about. You. And that's a thing. As men, we used to brag about these things. It's not something to be proud about. That's the old man, if you gave that life up. Right? Now, according to this scripture that we just read, that the aged woman is supposed to teach the younger woman to be chaste, keepers at home, lovers of their own husbands, stuff like that. Right? There's a platform and there's a channel that I sometimes like to go into and watch. This brother, he be dropping a lot of jewels, and he gets a lot of flack for doing it, but a lot of people don't really understand or can't see that he's really just speaking the facts of what or how this thing should be, how this life should be. He goes by the name of Kevin Samuels. Y'all know of him? Y'all know about that brother? Some of y'all do. Some of y'all don't. But if you don't, you're going to learn today. Right? So I'm going to play a snippet from a conversation that he had with a younger sister, that he had with a sister. She was in her 30s, right? She was in her, I'll say late 30s, right? And the topic of this discussion between him and his sister was modern mothers raise single women or wives. This was the conversation that he was having with a single sister, obviously, right? And I'm going to play this, right? So I'm just using this for entertainment purposes only, right? And let's see if we could get something from this. Pay attention, guys.
Would be a part of your life because people want to see the product. But personal trainers existed before social media. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. 20 and 14.
You got started young.
Yes.
Are you seeing anyone seriously right now?
Absolutely not. Not at this current time in my life. I think I needed that time to heal first.
Do you have daughters or sons?
My daughter is 20 and my son is 14, who is also autistic. Okay. So my level of thinking is completely different now.
So, did you raise your daughter? What do you say to your daughter about dating?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Mr. Samuel.
How are you discussing dating and relationships with your daughter at 20 years old?
I think that it's more being realistic and knowing that I can't watch her 24/7. So giving her the harsh reality of life. If you want to enjoy your life, you're going to need to grasp everything that you can as of this moment, like
Are
now.
you coaching your daughter to be single or a wife?
And he's asking her a straight question. And I really hope that, you know, my little old channel, hopefully he ain't gonna run across this video. But Kevin Samuels, if you do run across this video, please, I don't mean no harm, no nothing. I'm just using this as talking. You know what I'm saying? Don't flag my little old channel, right? Please.
We're having like poor connection. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, now we having poor connection.
Improves it. Hello?
I want to see how she answers this question.
Testing. 1, 2, testing. 1, 2.
I can hear you. I believe it. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much.
All right. I don't know. Sometimes though. So are you coaching your daughter to be a wife or a modern woman?
I want my daughter to understand the importance of trying to be somebody's wife in this day and age, in this era. It's very scary.
What does that mean?
So for me, it means being realistic that we do hold the power, and it's not just from, excuse my language, it's not from the pussy. It's not.
Okay, now I'm starting. Okay, you hold the power, meaning women.
Women hold the power.
Women, we do hold the power. We can reset the tone and the bar.
So
like
now,
over our existence.
I guess at this point she probably lost him. She probably lost him because now she's going. The question was, are you teaching your daughter? The question was, are you teaching your daughter to be a single woman or to be a wife? And, her stance was, she's teaching her daughter to be careful because it's scary out there. Is that what the aged woman should be teaching the younger generation? According to the scriptures, the aged women are supposed to be teaching the women to love their own husbands, to be chaste. You know what I'm saying? But, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think that this is the right thing that she's doing to teach her daughter that? Or even her son, because she said she has a daughter and she also has a son. I wonder, what is she teaching her son? Because who's going to be there to teach him how to be a man at the end of the day, right? And this is what we're up against. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play too much of his video because my man Yaraj just said he be flagging people's pages. I don't have permission to play his stuff, so you know what? I didn't get no permission, so I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna hold off on playing any more of his clips. Right? But y'all talk to me, man. Y'all tell me what this is. All right? Y'all tell me what let me put the call-in number on the screen. Right? And I know a lot of y'all is already y'all probably got a whole lot of points that y'all probably want to bring out. Right? And if y'all see the number is 646-439-6959. Call in. Right? Let's talk about this. Right? Can modern day marriages stand against what we just seen? Right? We see, got some comments coming in, right? Hebrew Fresh says, Shalom. Hey, shout out to Hebrew Fresh. Right? He says, marriage has a godly origin. It's a covenant between a man and a woman and the Almighty Creator. Without the Almighty Creator, or without the Almighty God's involvement, order, and instruction, a modern day marriage won't stand. I wholeheartedly 100% agree with that. I agree with that statement. Right? Cass D said he saw this. Hey, shout out to Cass D as well too. On the check-in, right? He said, Cassidy says, I saw that live when he cut her up. He said the spirit is gonna come out of her at the end. You see, I don't even want I don't want to play any more of it because I'm afraid that he might strike my channel, which I doubt he might even see this, but right? Uriah says this is the result of decades of feminism and the sexual revolution. That's the result of it. Yeah, and that's what happened to our women who got duped into this. Right? And look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like our sisters were pushed to this level by themselves. They weren't. Brothers have a lot to do with it as well too. And what am I talking about? If men were able to stand up and be men and make honest women out of these sisters, a lot of these sisters wouldn't have any ammo or any gall to stand up and say what they're saying against men or speak the way they're speaking out of turn or speaking as if they can do what men do. So a lot of brothers have a lot to do with why women are, especially our women, why our women are the way they are. If we as men are supposed to be the head of household and we're not standing as a head and we're playing games, what do you think it's going to do to the sister? She can be like, oh, word, you playing games? Fine, I'm playing games too. Matter of fact, let's both play the game. Anything you could do, I can do better. I remember growing up, I don't know if y'all remember seeing that as kids, that Michael Jordan video commercial. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. And believe it or not, sisters be doing it better than brothers. It's crazy. Cynthia says, oh, shout out Cynthia. That's my wife. She's on the check-in. In today's society, the Christian church also plays a part of unsuccessful marriages. That's a great point. Right? Oh, okay. Contrite Spirit says, I think you can do reviews. Okay. So, matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna lean on that. I'm gonna lean on what the sister says. I think you can do reviews. So let's watch the rest of the video before we go to the calls, right? And like I said, once again, if you want to call in, the number is 646-439-6959. Well, let me go back to this video, right? Let's watch that. Let's watch how this unfolds.
Go ahead.
Women own the power of what, though?
Over our existence. So how we maneuver, we make choices within a 24-hour period.
Of course.
Everybody has the same choices. They're given the same choices within a 24-hour period across the globe. And what people choose to do with those 24 hours, it sets you up for what's next. So that's how I talk to my daughter.
Okay, so what I'm not hearing is you're giving your daughter any clear instructions on what to do regarding a man.
Clear instructions, how one receives.
Okay. Let's just talk like we're 4 years old. I got a 21-year-old daughter, and I very much have given her the instructions on not being a single woman for the rest of her life.
Absolutely, that's very important.
So she knows her father and my mindset, and I'm asking you as a mother, the way you move through life is your choices, but it's her. Because I didn't ask about her dad, but I'm asking, are you coaching her to be a single woman or a modern woman or a wife? And I haven't heard one or the other.
Wife.
Just kind of
okay. But I need her to love herself first before trying to go out there and trying to love or find love. You need to love yourself first.
Marriage ain't about
coaching
love.
Her to
marriage is not about love.
It's a lot of things, Mr. Samuels. It's not just about love.
No, but it's not. But see. One of the things that
he just said, marriage ain't about love. I want to know, I want to know if there's any sisters that's watching. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with what this brother just said? Marriage ain't about love? Let's see.
Because I'm hearing modern woman, traditional woman, I'm hearing a lot of inner splicing. And this is part of the problem that women have. They don't talk directly to young women. That's why they come listen to me, because I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Young women are coming over here because women your generation aren't being clear. Go find a man, baby girl. You need a man in this world to live life with, because 90% of us are not going to be, 94% of us are not going to be over six-figure earners. Most of us are going to be middle income earners, and you're not going to be able to get through life on one income. You're going to need somebody to get through the end of life.
You need multiple streams of income. Absolutely.
It's called, you need a husband. Not multiple streams, a husband.
No, that would be part of the goal.
Most women need a husband. A husband, not a stream of income.
So
and
we're not disagreeing with you.
What I'm saying, but the thing is, we're not telling women that they need a man. It's a stream of income. A man, not a stream of income.
You absolutely do. I am.
And you see, he's actually, believe it or not, he's breaking it down from a biblical standpoint. Says most women don't need a stream of income. They need a man. Can sisters accept that? Right? Can sisters accept that? Rather than seeing a brother and seeing, okay, he got money, I need that. Right? Prince Yahushua ben Israel says, he says he should define what love is then. That's a good point too, because according to the scriptures, we know what love is, right? For us who believe, we know what love is, but to the carnal mind, they feel like love is an emotion. Yeah, it is an emotion, but that emotion shouldn't trump your judgment or shouldn't be why you want to be with somebody, because you feel giddy or that person gives you butterflies, right? Love is an action word to me. Would you lay your life down for that person? Or are you willing to give up yourself for that person? Right? A provider, right? Khan, right? But yeah. Sister Jackie, Shalom, Sister Jackie, she says, yes, I remember The Bachelor. It was about a man dating, trying to find a subtle wife. And in The Bachelorette, it was about her dating multiple guys to try and find a subtle husband. Yeah, that show to me was like the beginning of what we're seeing today. And matter of fact, it's actually shows like that gave birth to shows like, I don't know if some of y'all might know it. Y'all ever heard of the show called Married at First Sight? Or 50 Day, what was it? 90 Day Fiance, something like that. Some crazy name like that. 50 Day Fiance or 90 Day Fiance, something like that. And mind you, I don't watch these shows. You know, I'm hearing about these shows from other people, right? But it's shows like that actually gave birth to what we have today. It's freaking crazy. Or suitable. I guess that's what I was supposed to say. Salakia. Right? So I want to hear. Yeah, it says suitable. I said subtle. Praise the Most High. But I want to hear from you guys, man. You know, if you guys want to call in, now is the time to do so. Right? 646-439-6959. Do you feel do you guys feel that modern day marriages can stand a chance to social media, to the dating culture? And one thing I like to always say, especially when doing a lesson on marriage or whatever the case is, when the Most High created Adam and Eve, he didn't create them with the intentions for them to date. To make that clear. He didn't say, you know what, I'm going to create Adam and Eve and I want you guys to date for 6 months and then see where you guys could take this. He didn't do it like that. He created Adam and Eve for them to be husband and wife. This is why Adam said, for this, when the Most High took Eve from his rib, he said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother and be joined with his wife. Them twain shall be one. So that was the purpose of why the Most High came down to create man and woman. He just came down to replicate what was already in the heavens. Man, woman, and child. Father, Holy Spirit, which is a feminine spirit, and the Son, which is Yeshua Yamashiach, the Christ. Right? He just came down and replicated that on the earth. Adam, Eve, and then Cain and Abel, Seth after that, the procreation of life. He looked at creation and said, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? 1 second, family, 1 second. There was another video I wanted to show y'all too, but I'm like, if I do that now, it's going to be like beating the dead horse, right? It's just, to me, I just find it that I just feel, man, I feel afraid for our children or for the generation coming up. I feel for them because some of these people are these kids that's coming up, they're never gonna know what it is to have or to know what it is to have a mother and a father in a household or to be raised with that. Because a lot of the especially from a lot of people from my generation, they're not married. I could count on my hands, right, how many people that I know that are married from when I grew up. I could count on my hands how many people that I know from when I was growing up actually are married. And if they did got married, they waited before they got married. When I say waited, I mean they had their fun and then eventually, yeah, I'm settling now. So I could count on my hands the amount of people that I know is married. So now imagine the generation that's coming up behind us and behind them. That are not going to see the representation of mother and father. Huh? What about them? I feel for them because they're not gonna be able to see that. You know what they're gonna be able to see? Let me play this video for y'all.
If you want to be a successful trader, then
hold on, let me get this out of here. Hold on. This is what they're gonna see. As you can see, this is the examples that our children are going to be raised with. Listen, Satan ain't playing fair. He definitely not playing fair. And this is what our children is up against. This is what modern day marriages are up against. So now that's the question. Can modern day marriages stand? That's the question. I don't know. Y'all gotta help me out, man, because I do not know. Right? So, if you guys can help me out with that, let me know. I'm gonna play a song real quick. And hopefully by that time you guys are ready to call in. But let me play a song. All right, let's go. Please don't forget to call in. The number is 646-439-6959.
Father raised me when I fall. Heaven's earth and see you created all. I can't believe you made me too. Gotta praise you for all you do. Father, answer when I call. You give me purpose. You give me life. Save me from darkness and brought me to light. Yeah, yeah. Now everything I do is dedicated to your love. Oh, you showed your mercy when you sent down your only son.
Once again, thank you guys for coming in and hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all. So don't forget to call in, man. I want to have this conversation with you guys. 646-439-6959. Don't be shy. Yes, that was a dude.
Everything I do is dedicated to you. Oh, you showed your mercy when you said that your only son. You didn't have to. Oh, you showed your mercy when you sent down your only son. Father, raise me. Oh, I can't believe you made me too. Gotta praise you for all you do.
And can you guys actually imagine? Can you guys imagine growing up as a teenager in 2022? Can any of you guys imagine that? Like, imagine growing up as a teenager in 2022 in truth. Do you guys believe that it would be hard for you to follow the Most High and have to deal with the culture that we see right now? Or would it be easier, being that you would be younger? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things is coming to you. A lot of these emotions is coming, and these ideas is fresh, and you just want to be out there. But you know you got to serve the Most High. This is why I feel for, the younger generation. I feel for them, man. I feel for them. Because everybody around them is doing the opposite of what they're being taught. So it's gonna be hard. For us, a lot of us who are old or a bit older, right? I'm talking about 25 and older, 30 and older, right? We grew up in a time where, I grew up Christian, right? Of course, we know as Christians, as a Christian, I knew that there were certain things that was right and wrong, but nobody took Christianity serious, right? Well, I know for me growing up, but I grew up during a time period where it was cool to do what everybody else is doing. Or matter of fact, I gotta present myself as if I'm doing what everybody else is doing, so that way I could look cool, I could feel cool. So for a lot of us, we grew up with the mentality that it's okay to live like that. And a lot of these people that we're seeing right now that we in these videos, they grew up understanding like, yo, this is okay. It's okay to have 100 bodies or whatever, whatever weird or crazy numbers that these people were saying, their body count. It's okay to test the waters before actually making a physical commitment with that person. But my thing is like, whatever happened to just getting to know someone, just being someone's friend? And if there's any advice that I could give to anybody right now, it would be this. It would be, if you find somebody that you're interested in, right? And this could be to anybody who's probably not a part of a church setting or whatever the case is. At least get to know the person first. I mean, start with what's your favorite color, at least. What do you like to eat? What do you believe in? Like, start there. Start with being that person's friend. And this is why I praise the Most High for things that's set up amongst our church as far as what's called courting, where courting is the process that you take to get to know the person before you indulge into what married people do, right? Sexual intercourse and stuff like that, of that nature. That actually protects those who are looking to get married. Courting is basically just getting to know the person. If you're courting someone, that doesn't mean you're actually married to that person. You can't do what married people do. So there should be some type of boundaries. There should be some type of limit. There has to be. And boy, I wish I had that kind of system growing up. I wish I had that kind of system growing up. I wish I was able to do that, at least. Take my time, right? Not just rush into a situation because I like this person or this person looks good. You know how much trouble I would have saved myself? Matter of fact, just getting to know you first. Just be your friend. Because I'm telling you, if you guys think that you could just find somebody and just be married to them and just rush into that without even getting to know them, not even being their friend first, and you already made that commitment to be with this person, you're gonna find yourself in a whole heap of mess. Because why? You're gonna use the marriage to now learn the person that you chose. Then you're gonna start to realize, okay, me and this person, we really don't have this much stuff in common. Oh man, I thought this person liked the color green because I like green, man. Now you're using the marriage to figure that out. Oh my goodness, this person can't cook. Yo, I thought you could cook. Now you're starting to see all these inconsistencies in this person that you chose. Because why? You didn't take the time before to get to know them. You didn't say to yourself, you know what? Let me hold my horses. Okay? Let me just step back and what they say, smell the roses. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Right? Let me just stop and smell the fresh air. But a lot of us, we rush into things because, feelings and the spirit of lust, and you just want to be with somebody just to be with that person physically. But are you thinking that you can be with that person mentally? Because when the physical is gone, what's left? What's left when the physical is gone? Somebody tell me, like, when the physical is gone, what's left? Because all you're going to be left with is a person that you cannot connect with. You're going to be left with a person that you can't connect with. And that's the worst thing that someone can do. Right? You're not going to be able to have conversations with that person. Right? You're going to find that the littlest things about that person, bothers you. So it's best that we take our time, right? Take your time, right? Figure out what it is that you're doing with your life, or with the person that you're trying to start your life with, right? So, like I said, I see a lot of y'all are being reserved tonight, which is okay. It's no pressure. I'm just happy that y'all here. I just wanted to make this topic a little interactive. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a lot that, I could probably learn from you guys, or people who's watching or who may fall upon this video later can learn from your perspective, right? But it's okay, right? Okay, so like I said, once again, the call-in number is 646-439-6959, right? Because I want to know what you guys think. Matter of fact, I want to know what you guys thought about that first video that I played. Right? What you thought about the first video that I played with that young Caucasian sister going around asking our brothers what's their body count. And the most disturbing one to me was the first one. If y'all didn't see it, matter of fact, let me play it again. If y'all didn't see it, I want y'all to see this, because this was disturbing. Look at this, guys. Let me play this thing.
Body count.
She's going around asking people what's your body count. Look at the first one. This is crazy.
Hi.
Random
I have
stranger.
a quick question. What would you say? I mean, just give me, an estimate. Like, what is your body count? Like, how many people are you?
He didn't even know what that meant. So by looking at this brother by appearance, I would say this brother's in his late 30s, because this is a new thing. That wasn't a thing to ask someone when I was coming up. I don't know for y'all. Maybe some of y'all's a little bit younger, but when I was coming up, that wasn't a thing that you ask someone. Like not a complete stranger. I didn't just, you don't just come out of nowhere and just ask a complete stranger, what is your body count? Or how many people you slept with. That's not something you ask a stranger. He didn't even know what that was. So this brother's a little bit older, but does he have any wisdom? Let's see.
Thrusting in.
How many are you?
Like 768.
I really pray that number is not real. Please don't be real. She said 700. That doesn't even logically make sense, yo. And look at his face after she says that. Just look at him.
You're thrusting 768.
Well, they thrust me technically, but yeah.
768.
I mean, I just liked. Sure. Okay.
And look at the spirit that's on this brother. Me in the world, after hearing something like that, yo, get away from me. You're disgusting. You're nasty. I'm not touching somebody like, I'm not touching somebody touching you. Ew. She said 768 people, and he asking her, do you want to go and do it right now? And she's like, yeah. This is what the scriptures talk. This is what the scriptures showed. The time that we'll be living in. People will be given away to unchastity. They're not even gonna know what that is. People will not be chaste anymore. So if anything was ever the truth, is the scriptures, because the scriptures told me that this is gonna be during the times of the end, in the last days, and I can clearly see this is where we at. I don't understand.
Okay. Where do you want to come back to my place?
Do you want to come back to my place?
Where do you live?
I live just down the street.
And he's just, yo, and what if she was, yo, what if she was a murderer? Or a sex trafficker or something? What if she was harvesting body parts or something? This guy felt, because the lust that's in this man's body, he felt comfortable to go with a complete stranger and just go to her house. Not even wondering, because like, what if this was a setup? What if she just, like, she was paid by organ harvesters to bring men to her home, and when he walks through the door, there's like 10 men that just jumps him and tie him up, and he's never to be heard from again. And you see, it's like all logic just goes out the window when it comes to having sex. Like there's no logic. There's no rational thinking. Okay, if I go with this stranger to her place, okay, first of all, I don't even know who she is. I don't even know where she's taking me. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she even have an STD. I don't know, but I'm willing to take a chance because she's offering. This is the world we're living in, guys. This is why I asked that question. Does modern day marriages stand a chance against this, where people is just giving it away? You could just, matter of fact, there's another video I want to show y'all. Since I see y'all not calling, I'm gonna play this next video. This video was crazy when I seen this one. Look at this one, guys. Look. Let me see if I could find it. All right, this is it right here. Look at this video, guys. This is the craziest video that I've seen. This is the content that these people are able to create. Look at this. I ain't gonna say too much. I want you guys to see this.
Hi, welcome to Online for Love. I'm Tyler, your online dating expert, and today we're going to be getting into something that's a little bit taboo, the top 5.
He's your online dating expert. He gave himself he gave himself that title. Is he wrong? Is he wrong for doing that? He could do what he wants. No one is correcting him.
5 dating sites for infidelity. A few years back, one of the biggest infidelity websites, Ashley Madison, actually had a huge data breach, which caused all of the users' information to be released. This brought the dating app and the meaning behind it to the forefront in the world, and it really set up a whole stage for all of these other companies to try making extramarital affair websites for themselves. I'm here as your neutral guide in the world of online dating apps to talk to you today about the top 5 dating app websites that are for cheating or extramarital.
This guy, he said he's an online dating expert, and he's giving advice to recommend the top 5 websites that if you want to cheat on your spouse, these are the websites that you got to check out. This is the world. This is what the world has become. This is the reason why marriages fail. Is because of stuff like this. The access to sin. The access to this guy made a whole video showing people how if you want to cheat on your mate, if you want to commit adultery, that's what he should have said. If you want to commit adultery, here's these top 5 websites where you can go to commit adultery. This is what he should have said.
Affairs. Really quick though, are you sure that these are the types of dating websites that you're looking for? There are a ton of dating websites to choose from, and luckily Online for Love has a great online dating website quiz that you can take for free. The link is in the description below.
And please, family, please don't go and check these websites out. Please, don't do it, because I don't want to hear. Well, I was on the Born of Levi experience page, and he was recommending all these channels. No, I'm not recommending. I'm exposing what these people are doing. It's disgusting. But please, guys, don't go check these websites out, man.
I want to mention real quick as well that this video is based off of an article which you can find in Online for Love as well as in our description down below. The reason I'm saying this is because any statistics I might mention, like the prices or the demographics or anything like that, are only true at the time of me recording this video. But on the article version, it's constantly updated all the time. So if you want the most up-to-date information, click on the link in the description down below. So let's go over the first website, which is of course the one we all expected and the one I already mentioned, which is ashleymadison.com. Let's go over some.
Okay, so he's basically just gonna go. He's basically gonna just run down on all of the websites. If you wanna, if you want to go and have an affair or go and commit adultery and cheat, those are the websites you go. And I'm assuming that it's known that, okay, in this on this web, when you create a profile, okay, I am married, but so is everybody else on this on this website. It's crazy. And this is where we at as a culture, as a society. And now, as I go into this and I see stuff like this happening, I see why the Most High has to come in and destroy this thing. Society has gone far left from what he automatically intended it. All right, so we got our first caller, right? So what's going on? 347-525. You're now in the Born and Levi Experience. What's going on?
Shalom, Hazak, it's Laura.
Hey, shalom. What's going on?
Nothing much. Like, hearing this podcast, it's just crazy. Like, I really feel sorry for people in the world who don't have no truth, who are trying to live like honest, moral-based lives, trying to marriage through all of this nonsense.
And I feel bad for them too, because like, you're not really gonna find a righteous marriage through doing what you're doing. That's just first and foremost. A lot of these people go through these dating websites and they sleep around, and then they wonder why their marriages end how they end. Right? So let me ask you, do you believe that it's hard to find a mate or to compete with, what we're seeing out there right now?
From what you showed today, if you're trying to live righteously or virtuously, I don't think there's much competition.
Mm-hmm.
And like in strides of hoping to be married, because like even from my experiences, like you just talk to people in the world, like where do they view relationships, marriage, and stuff like that, and it's just like you tell them like you're abstinent, you tell them you're saving yourself for marriage, and it's just like, what?
They look at you like a crazy person.
For real, like, are you okay? Like, are you being forced?
So and that's the things that they tell you.
Yeah, like I've gotten so much back, like even especially when I was at college, and people get into like that spirit of lust and fornication. That thing is like times 10 because like even like people who are just out here fornicating, some of them got to go to work and like they can't just do what they want. Like there are people like in college, like you have a whole bunch of like empty slots, you have time. People are just out of control.
Right.
And like I remember I had people who were my friends, like they like somebody and they tell me, I'm like, no, I'm saving myself. I don't do that. And I really have people to stop talking to me because like either their conscience was shamed and it's just like, I'm not engaging in this and I'm not going to like support your lifestyle because what you're doing is not okay.
Right.
Like whether it was male or female, like you got to like, the world is there's no standard to behold. Like same thing you said earlier, just straight harlotry.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And I didn't even know, like, I'm gonna ask you, did you know that there was a such thing where people going around asking people what's their body count? Did you know about stuff like that?
Yeah, it's crazy. The first time I heard that term is my first year in high school. But
what year was that? What year?
2014.
2014?
Yeah,
okay.
That's the first time I heard it.
Okay.
But like I feel like it gained popularity like around like 2018, 2019.
Where people was just going around asking that question.
Yeah, it's just craziness.
That's sad. I mean, the scriptures prophesied that this is the time that we're gonna be living in.
It can't like it was a point in time where like people would be like ashamed, like even if they was living that type of lifestyle, they wouldn't like want to like say it or anything like that. But there are people who like go on podcasts or like even there's, I want to say, there's what you call it. There's this one influencer. She's like known for like dating celebrities or whatever. She made a book basically on how to be a harlot and like
what?
trap. Yeah, she made a book. She made a book. She published it. It's literally on Amazon on how like she got with all these dudes and like mind you, like one of the guys, the last person she was in a relationship with, they had a kid, and now she's getting like $250,000 a month
From child support?
Yeah.
Look at that.
And it's just like even before like she got into a relationship with that basketball player, it was well known that she was like an industry harlot. But people so blinded with lust and all types of like not even thinking like lusty blinding people's minds. Can't even think rationally like where is this gonna go?
And that's the thing. The people don't think that far ahead. They just so caught up in the lust. Okay, this person looks good, the body is nice, and all of this stuff, and they get caught up. And that's what usually happens. The spirit of lust, usually overtakes them. So, before I let you go, what word of advice that you would give to anybody looking for a spouse? Or for yourself too.
For me personally, like before you go out looking, you gotta make sure that you like within yourself, your house is in order. Like you can't be looking to be a wife or a husband and you're not operating, especially if you fall in this truth and you're not living up to the standard the Most High calls for and you're not completely walking in your purpose. Like, so I feel like for me personally, like discipline is number one. Developing a relationship with the Most High. Even in-house, like especially like for me, I desire to be a wife one day. I have to be a helpmeet.
Okay, praise the Most. Let me drop that horn.
Yeah.
Our young sisters desiring to be a wife. That's what I'm talking about.
And I know I have work to do. Like if like I have to be able to submit in-house first and submit to the Most High completely before I can even imagine doing that for a husband.
Right.
Because I know there's going to be like problems there. And just, like, basically, like, the house, if you're still at home, like I'm at home, I'm in my early 20s. So like, this is my training ground, even though like, especially like, even though my parents did the best they did raising me, coming into the truth, being refined, constantly knowing that there's things to improve on. It's like, okay, I know I want the best husband for me. So I'm going to be the best wife first to Christ so the Most High can get what's needed.
Praise the Most High. Well said, sis. Well said.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate you calling in.
Oh, praises.
All right. So shalom, sis.
Shalom.
All right. I also had somebody call from the 678 area code. 678 area code 870. If you can call in. Right? The line is now open. Right? Can modern day marriages stand against all the foolishness that we just seen? It's just crazy. It's looking bad out here. Right? Here we go. All right. Six, 7, 8.
Shalom.
Who am I speaking with?
How are you? This is Sister Joanne.
Sister Joanne. Shalom from.
Yes, this is Joanne from Atlanta.
From Atlanta. Okay. Shalom. What's going on, Sister Joanne?
Yeah. So just to go off of what you were saying, my goodness gracious, it's funny that you was actually talking about this topic because that I was actually discussing with some people, if not this week or last week about this. I mean, the Bible did say that we will find it's going to be hard to find good.
Sister, you still there? Hello?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear you
It
now.
got really quiet. I was just like,
Yeah, I
I
hear
don't
you
know if
now.
the
I don't
line got
know.
disconnected.
Yeah, but I hear you now. You good now. The
Okay,
last thing I heard you
like I
say
was
was
saying,
find gold.
yes, I said that, as the Bible say, that man will be rare, as fine gold. And it's not just any man, obviously, but, man of the most high, true men, they're going to be like, as fine gold. Like even myself, well, I'm in my late 20s, technically. I just want to say I'm 30, but not to put my age out there, but it's just like, yet to be settled yet. And it's not that I cannot settle, but it's, of course, I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm just not going to settle for less. And of course, we have to be equally yoked. A lot of people now these days, as you were saying earlier, is when they start finding out things in the marriage, and that's why they start finding things in them. Like, oh, you're not no Christian. Oh, I mean, I thought because when you was coming to church with me, I thought maybe you believe, and it's just like, and it's a big mess, and it's just a big mess.
Right. And you see, this is why it's so important that people do follow the guidelines within the body, within the church, of courting, the courting rules. There's a reason why the elders put those things in place. It's because, like, get to know the person. Just because you see them at the Shabbat or you see them, they come once in a while, doesn't mean that you know them. Get to know the person. Don't just give yourself over to somebody, because what if it doesn't work? Now you gave yourself to somebody and now it doesn't work, and now you got to walk with that shame now. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's right.
So,
and that's something that you actually have to. That's something that you actually have to deal with in the long run, because that the Most High, I know He doesn't like divorce, but for the sake of as we was out in the wilderness with Moses, our ancestors out in the wilderness with Moses, that there was so much going on that He was able to. He was like, because of for the sake of peace, let's go ahead and just let them separate.
Yeah, and that goes to
but
show
now
you.
These days, people just.
Now go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, I'm about to say now in these days, that's why a lot of people are just divorcing for no reason.
And
I'm just like, your reason is not even legit. You didn't know this in the beginning before you let it get this far out, before you said I do.
Right. And I was and on that point, as far as Moses in the wilderness, they were just getting divorced for the littlest things. And that's why when Christ came, He said, it's because of the hardness of your hearts. They was not willing to work together and forgive each other. Because a lot of people be trying to run to get married, but they don't know what it is to be married, what comes with being married.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You gotta be able to take a lot of L's. It comes with the territory. It comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And that whole perception of finding that perfect mate, that don't exist. There's no such thing as being perfect, because
there's no such thing as no perfect person. Because if you perfect, I mean, what you doing here? Well, you should have been taking up my Enoch.
Exactly.
Like Christ.
Right. You ain't supposed to be on this plane. You're supposed to be like in the 4th, 5th heaven right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So and I feel like a lot of people come into marriages, expecting their mate to be perfect. Nah, because you want perfection, but you ain't perfect. There's things that's imperfections in you that your spouse got to deal with. So, these things got to be mentally thought about when going into marriage. Like, what if this person does this or does that? You got to be able to cope with that, or to compensate for where that person is lacking. That's what it's about.
Exactly. That's why we each other's help meet, because that we supposed to help each other where we lack, or wherever, whether if it's lacking or if it's supporting, whatever it may be, we're supposed to be each other's help meet. And if we're not in a balance, if we're not balanced, then there's the issue.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's if there gotta be a balance. Where I'm lacking, you gotta be able to pick it up. Where you're lacking, I gotta be picking it, and that's how it works. So it's basically what's called a partnership. So and
a lot of people don't like partnership.
They don't like it. But to me, after the googly eye stage and the butterfly in your stomach, you have to realize, okay, this is my mate. This is my partner. It's not just somebody I love or I feel good about. Can you work together with that person? Can y'all work? Because it's a partnership. It's supposed to be, all right, what are we doing to build this legacy, this family? And if y'all can't do that, then that thing is, you might as well just call it quits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But praise the Most High that, now go ahead, finish your point.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you because I just wanted to piggyback off the question that you asked that the sister before me. But you can go ahead and say what you need to say. Then I'm just going to end it with I just wrote something quickly down when you asked her that question.
No, go ahead. You could bring it on home.
Okay, so when you asked her what would be the advice that you would give the single sisters, so I said that what I wrote was that the advice that I will give the single sisters is straightforward, and it's to wait on the Most High and to build an intimate relationship with Him. Also start praying for a husband in advance. It shouldn't be the day of when you think you have met your match. Don't only pray for what you want in a husband alone, but pray for him to have the qualities of Christ and to love him for Christ, to have the love for Christ and walk in the word with the Most High to be able to lead, to be the head, the provider, the father, and the husband that the Most High created him to be for you and your family.
Now that is powerful right there. You see, and this is what all of the women in the world need to be thinking about when they're looking for a mate. You know what I'm saying? Finding a man after the heart of the Most High. So that way you guys could both build that together and make it to the kingdom together. So praise the Most High for that. I appreciate you, Sister Joe. Sister Joanne. I really appreciate you for that.
Appreciate you too, bro.
All right. The water.
Appreciate you. You have a wonderful night. The water.
All praises, all praises. Hopefully I see you at the Passover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is it with the GOCC?
Con.
Which one?
In Pittsburgh. We're going to be in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High.
Yeah, all praises.
All right, all
by
right.
the grace of the Most High, I'll be there.
All praises. All right. We're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, all praises.
All right, all right. Thank you, Sister Water, for calling.
All right, the water.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I see my brother Samuel was calling in. You could call in now, Sam, if you see this line, my Levite. Right? And the sisters are bringing some powerful points, man. And it's like the sisters that are being raised in the truth and following the word, it's like they're getting it. They're understanding, right? And now, what do you think that's going to breed moving forward when they have children of their own and they have daughters of Zion of their own? They're going to be raising their daughters to be, in line for their husband. They're going to be training their daughters and raising their daughters to be submissive, to find, to live, to find a helpmeet, right? To be complete in finding a husband. That's beautiful. But they want to say that what we believe in is a cult. They want to say that our women are being abused. And hey, let them think what they want to think, and we're going to continue building our kingdom. All right, we got our brother Samuel calling in. Shalom, shalom.
Hey, shalom, my ox.
What's going on?
Hey, I'm just here at work, but it's a very important topic. I said I have to chime in. So it's gonna be kind of short, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get back to work, unfortunately. But I mean, there's so many places you could go with this. I would rather go with the origin. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's use this for example, right? We know that based on statistics that Southern tribe, mainly Judah Benjamin Levite, we struggling the most, mainly in America with like relationships. Like we're the joke of the world when it comes to relationships. That's why that video was targeting mostly us, right? So it's obvious that we've been targeted because it wasn't not too long ago where we was the example about I would say about probably 50 years ago or more, like in the 60s. In the 60s,
right?
We had the most successful marriages in America. You understand?
Talk about it.
So it's crazy to me that our ancestors were struggling way more than us. They had less rights. They was being tormented way much more than us. You know what I'm saying? But they had the family in order where the man and the woman was in the household. The woman knew her place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, the devil targeted us, and two major things that, in my opinion, was the leading causes. One was the music, and two was the drugs. Those things had a catastrophic effect on our community.
That's a fact, because when you look at, I think that was in the 70s with what you call that thing, Woodstock, when they was promoting all those drugs and paraphernalia and that free love and sex and all of that and unity. That was like the beginning of that unchastity that we've been seeing. Because in the 50s and 60s, it really was about marriages, husband and wife. That was a traditional family home. Then in the 70s, when drugs came in, like psychedelic drugs, like opium and crack. No, not really so much crack, but LSD. That was one of the drugs that took the 70s by storm. Right? That heroin. And the promotion of free love and sex and Woodstock and just being free and being hippies, that was like the doorway to that unchastity that we see today. So nothing is done by accident. That was by design.
Exactly.
That's crazy that you brought that up. Yeah.
Let's look into the music, right? Because I'm a big fan. I love the oldies. I love the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s, even the 80s and the 90s. Like, our songs were like soul. When it comes to the R&B, it was it was just singing about that one person that you was in love with.
Right.
You understand? It was pure music. So it was advertising for us to, you know what? Go get a wife that you love. Go get a husband that you love. You know, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Live together in love. And then what happened, fast forward, even the 90s. I'm sure a lot of us was born in the 90s. We had some of the best R&B in the 90s.
What? Yo. I'll be talking to one of my friends about that. There's no music. Like, the music that they got today is trash compared to what's going on what we had in the 90s. What? The music in the 90s? Them R&B songs? It really meant something.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So they erased that from us slowly, just like they did with the TV shows, the Bill Cosby's, the Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about, Judah's the strongest in the world.
Right.
They hit us in all angles. So you know what? I'm not gonna say we can't. It's something that's not in us.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've been programmed. It's just that we're drinking that wine of fornication that the Bible speaks about. You know what I'm saying?
From the harlot.
That bad con from the harlot. You know what I'm saying? So it's a spiritual thing. And now, living in these days where the Most High have woken some of us up, and us being witnesses to that,
right?
I see things so much differently. I'm like, wow, I've been under a spell.
Yo, all of us, bro. That's not just you. Not just you.
Mm-hmm.
We all have been.
So those out there that still living in the world, they don't see it. That's why the message is so important, because they do not know that they're like cattle being led to slaughter.
Right.
Because that's how it spiritually is, because the spiritual is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All this flesh is just matrix. It's going to be done away with. So, I mean, they killed our communities with that. You know what I'm saying? I think, I think the way to reverse the curse is actually to get towards the major elements that they use to destroy our people: the music, the drugs, right, and the entertainment. Mm-hmm. So now, if we could reverse that and bring some positive music, bring some positive entertainment,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and focus on you know what, put the drugs away, but get more into physical fitness and being physically competitive in sports and all that, man. Right. Things will turn around. So there is hope. It just it's a spiritual war.
It is
a spiritual war. It's like Now you have a side. Which side you gonna choose? Because now you got the Most High with His people trying to do it right. They're picking out positive music. And praise the Most High for all you talented artists about it. I mean, it's too much for y'all to name,
right?
Including yourself. You know what I'm saying? So praise the Most High for that, man.
All praises, but definitely powerful points, man. And you know, what advice you would give to somebody who it has to compete with this culture that we're seeing going on right now?
I would say, you know what? You just have to really, everything starts within yourself. You got to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? One problem that we got is that we like to look at others. We like to look at other people just to feel better. Like, okay, I don't have it that bad, like her or him. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, we're all in this together. So look in the mirror and find a solution. And, you know, the difficult thing about it is that it's spiritual, man. It's spiritual. Like, okay, for example, praise the Most High. I got parents that's doing it well. They're not in the full truth. They're Christians, Baptists, but they love the Most High. They love Christ. They're following Christ to the best of their ability.
Right.
But you know what? That came with blessings because my mom and dad been married over 50 years, and it looks like they're gonna do it till the end.
Right.
So I've been fortunate to see, you know, a healthy marriage. And you know, it's not fun and games. I witnessed them like arguing and all of that. So it gave me a better understanding. So I would say, you know, advice out there is like, yo, really, you'd be surprised, like, finding out things about yourself that you don't even know. There's so many things you don't even know about yourself.
Right.
A lot of times we know certain attributes about ourselves from others. So you have to take others' opinions sometimes, people that you trust.
Right.
And you know what? Just to, you know, put it in a nutshell, the way I'm doing it, because, you know, I'm single. I'm following the Most High. The Most High, reading the scriptures, the Most High never failed. He never failed.
God.
He gave, you know, when you look at some of the most beautifulest couples, from the Abrahams to the Isaac to the Jacobs, they all trusted and waited on the Most High.
Right.
You understand? Noah was 400 plus years old. You understand? When he waited on the Most High. And that's the type of discipline, us as saying that we're followers of the Most High, that's something we just have to really, like, you know, just live up to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just can't pick and just can't pick and choose. Like, okay, I'm not gonna eat pork. Like, we gotta do it the right way, because Satan is everywhere with devices. You know what I'm saying? And it's sadly to say, a lot of times our biggest enemies are people of our own. And, you know, Satan will use that to knock us down from the walk. So that's my advice, man. Seek the Most High, and He's going to give you everything that you want and need. He knows it. He knows what you need more than yourself.
God.
He knows even before you ask. So once it's in your heart that, you know, I'm going to serve the Most High, I'm going to just keep, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to, like, okay, I mean, you know, going up and down in life, of course you're going to see attractive people or whatever, but just focusing on what the Most High put in front of you as far as, like, you know, statutes, commandments, and loving others and being a light to others. Everything else will fall, man. So that's how it is, bro.
Praise the Most High. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it, bro. The water for calling.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And anytime, brother, now I go back to work to these animals. They call them.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Yo, you gotta show me more videos of how you training them too, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Hey, shalom, fam. Peace and blessings, everyone.
All right, shalom, man.
All right, shalom.
All right. We also had Brother Nazar call in. If you can, the line is now free. You can call in again, right? But I really appreciate everybody for calling in, man, and really, just partaking on this topic, right? And just speaking your mind. I know I see a lot of you guys is speaking your mind on the chat, right? It is just, the things that we've seen, the videos that we've seen with the dating culture going on right now. It's sad. And it's like, yo, why get married when you can get all of this for free? No one is charging you. You can do all of this. There's no commitment. I see you today. Boom, bang, bang, and that's it, right? All right, here we go. Brother Nazar calling in right now. Hey, Brother Nazar, shalom.
Hey, shalom.
What's going on,
out? Shalom. Yeah, last Shabbat, right? We had the other good boy had a lesson. It was talking about the historical Hebrew culture, our culture, how we examine everything on sport. And I think he really pinpointed marriage, right? And it was all about just keeping the temple holy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it resonated with me because I'm like, wow, like this is how we're supposed to really examine the people that we're bringing into our lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like these people got to understand what God we serve and what our moral standards are. You know what I'm saying? And I look at the other nations. This is how they examine the people that they bring into their family's life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when they meet a person, they gotta be like, you know what? Is this person is acceptable for my mom or my dad? Or is it? And if you're looking at the spiritual level, is this person acceptable to my God?
To my God.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's how you look at it. And that's how we look. That's how they get this from us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we understood that we always had to keep the temple holy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we couldn't bring anything that would defile the temple. So we had to always guard that. And that's what Elder Gabar was really pinpointing. You know what I'm saying? Where we have to guard the temple. And it comes to a point, I know a lot of people probably want to hear this, but it's in the scriptures, I don't know where it's at, but it talks about the people in those days. It's going to be a point where you're going to have to be as you're married or be as you're not. I forgot what scripture is that.
Oh, you talking about Second Ezra, chapter 16.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to really guard the temple, people's going to start to have to operate that way. It's prophecy.
Right.
That's going to happen where you're going to have people like, you know what? I just need to get to this kingdom, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even the scripture says where it says only one can enter at a time. You know what I'm saying? The path is so narrow. You know what I'm saying? Where you know you're gonna have to enter by yourself. You're gonna have there's a carry a cross and go, right?
So let me ask you. So are you saying that there's gonna have to be certain people who's gonna have to be like, you know what? In order for me to make it to this kingdom, I shouldn't be looking for a wife because I don't even know if I can make it in.
Right. And I know people. It's hard for people to hear that because the flesh is calling. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yo, we gotta fight the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta fight this flesh.
Right.
Not saying that you shouldn't be looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? Because Moses said, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? He would love us to have a wife. It's in the heavens like that. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta really look realistically at how this world is going, and we really got to be realistic with ourselves and be like, yo, do I really want what's going on in this world, or do I really want the Most High? It's like, what do I want? Pick or choose. What do I want? And I'm not saying that people shouldn't be looking to get married or like that. It's a beautiful thing. I love going to the weddings, the Hebrew, especially the ones that I've been going to. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta start really being realistic with ourselves, man. And
is that important? Basically,
is that important? You know what I'm saying? Is that important? And I look at even the kids, man. Like what you said with the kids, man. Like we seen a lot of our mind is defiled. You know what I'm saying? I'm over 30. Our minds are defiled.
Right.
People like your kids, they're pure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they never saw what we saw. So we always got to guard them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Guard them into the righteous path where they don't see no wickedness that we saw. They're not subjected to those curses that we would be subjected to. You know what I'm saying? We got to guard that. Keep them holy. Keep them right, walking in the righteous path.
So our priority should be raising the kids in the righteous path rather than being selfish.
Even the people that don't have kids, they should be like uncles and aunts to those kids to raise those kids the right way to make sure that that's a selfless act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you understand what happened with you. Because most of us didn't have a father when we said I had a dad. Didn't, you know what I'm saying? We had uncles that come pass by, but we gotta be really guarding our community. You know what I'm saying? More so they can see a village, like a village raise a family.
Right.
We need to start seeing stuff like that instead of you just thinking about your flesh. No, think about your heritage. Think about your the kids seeing righteousness, seeing better for their lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's a selfless act. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just thinking about, nah, man, like I want my own. Nah, man. I want to see the kids grow up and don't see what we see. We've been defiled. We're fighting the flesh right now because we've seen a lot of stuff that we're not supposed to.
That we shouldn't have seen. Yeah.
So it's like that's why I'm like I guard the kids because they're not, they're pure. You know what I'm saying? And even Christ says, "Suffer not the kids unto me." You know what I'm saying? Like those kids not supposed to be seeing what we saw.
Right.
We gotta guard them.
We gotta guard them from that.
That's what our focus should be: keeping the temple holy and making sure these kids don't see what we saw. You know what I'm saying? Because really, if we take care of the kids, Christ is he's glorified in that. He loves that. He makes sure these kids are being taken care of, walking the righteous path, marrying, going to the courtship that we have set up in the church. They don't see no confusion, bro. We saw a lot of confusion.
We saw a lot of that, yeah.
Saw a lot of that, bro. And it really. That's why a lot of people be going off because
they can't fight the flesh.
They can't fight the flesh, man. And it's like, man, I'm telling you, man, these curses really did a number on us. But the Most High is turning back those curses off of us.
He's merciful.
He's merciful, and our kids don't have to see these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not defiled. They're not vaccinated. They don't see no defilement. And we got to keep them like that. We got to be worried about them kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And try to get yourself into the kingdom. Not saying that you shouldn't try to get a wife or get a husband, but try to get yourself in the kingdom.
Worry about that first.
Yeah. Seek the Most High first. And the Most High is gonna make sure that, okay, if you're struggling this, I'm gonna give you this to help you prolong you to get to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is gonna add on to you for you to get to the kingdom. Whether it's a wife, whether it's a job, whether it's anything, he's gonna add on to make sure that you're not lacking as long as you're serving him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely
thinking those things first.
Definitely.
And those other things that we lacking, the Most High is gonna add it if we need it. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely some powerful points. Praise the Most High. I really appreciate that, man.
And another thing too, like
go ahead.
I noticed with the video, the verse video with the girl that actually was asking the black man.
Yeah.
Yo, they would never go to an Arab, never go to a Chinese person asking those questions because they understand it's some sort of morality in their culture.
Right.
They understand we just defile people. They can ask us anything. We're gonna just jump at it.
And another thing too, I wouldn't be surprised if she was set up,
right,
to go out there and to ask our men those questions. I wouldn't be surprised if she was set up by one of these dudes,
right,
to make us look crazy.
They understand we so sexually stimulated to a point where it's like we can't even control ourselves. Like they understand that, and they just I don't even believe that girl did what she did.
I don't believe so either. But she's
just making that up
for content.
She understands that's going to motivate this dude to really talk more defilement
and just be nasty.
But she understand
Right.
our people. They understand our people through a science.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They know our people's gonna go along with it and start talking crazy.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, great points, Ak. Great point. Praise the Most High. I appreciate you, Ak. Shalom. You know what I mean? You busy trying to find a wife, and you find one, and y'all both end up out the kingdom because you focusing on the wrong things, right? I had a call from 631-290. If you see this, you could call back 631-290. Right? About to be on the wrap up of the show, but praise the Most High. This was, the last portion of the show was interactive. That what I actually wanted, with people calling in and we talking, right? So if you see this, if you hear this message, 631-290, call back, right? Praise the Most High. We got to start having more conversations like this. And it gets me so mad because they allow platforms that shows degradation, but they don't allow platforms that promotes what we're talking about. So Shalom 631-290. You now on with the Born and Levi Experience. Who am I speaking with?
With Carla. It's my first time calling.
Hey, Shalom, Carla. What's going on?
So, brother, I was actually just in the messages. It's kind of, I don't want to say crazy, but I guess the Most High has a way of working his way and manifesting. It's ironic that I was thinking about this one verse of 1 Corinthians and talking about Paul and what Paul was saying in his verses. And I wrote it down in the comments, and I guess that's what I really wanted to expound on. And it's like, he says it.
Let me read it. It says, you said right here, 1 Corinthians 7:10, and unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. So what you wanted to expound on that? I missed this part. You wrote from verses 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
I say therefore to the unmarried and widow, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
God.
Mm-hmm. So what you was going to expound on that?
I kind of missed the whole introduction because I was in another lesson, praise the Most High, and I kind of just went into here after, and I was talking about modern day marriage. Can it stand?
Right.
I didn't hear from the beginning, but I was listening towards the end, and that's where I was reading from that, and I was just like, you know what, that resonates with a lot of today. Like, people aren't willing to marry. People don't want marriage.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid of commitment. They don't want that partnership.
That's true. That's very true. Because like what I was saying in the very beginning of this is that, a lot of people figure, why marry when I can get all this for free? I could do all this right now. I can get all of the benefits from, for what comes with being married without the commitment. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's where a lot of people's head is at. And it's kind of sad, and it's like, I get it, but now being in the truth, I see what I need to see, and it's different.
Praise the Most High, yeah, because I was saying this earlier too, like growing up, I know for me, for my generation, or whatever the case, our generation, we grew up like not having a filter or just doing what everybody else was doing. Right. And just doing it. Like, we had a conscience like, okay, this is wrong, but we still was doing it. Right. But coming into this truth and understanding that, okay, we weren't supposed to be living like, we weren't supposed to be doing that and dealing with this much people, this certain person. And we realize now that, man, I could have saved myself 5 years of hurt, 10 years of hurt if I would just do it correctly. But but I believe that the Most High allow some of us to go through this, so now we could teach the generation coming up. Okay, this is the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So there's a saying that they say all my L's is for lessons. Right? So
yes, no, I really give thanks to the Most High. I've been in the truth for literally now 5 to 6 months.
Okay. Praise the Most High. Let me drop that horn right there. You know what I'm saying? 5 months into eternity. That's what I want to hear, though.
Right. So it's been quite a journey, and just getting all this information. It's like I wish I would have known way back when.
Right. You're
But I'm glad I got it now.
You're not the only one. We all said the same thing. I say that to this day. I wish I had this information when I was growing up. Right. But who's to say if we had got the information earlier, if we would even accepted it? You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he don't make no mistakes. You know, he predestined us to have this information at this time. So, you know, praise the Most High that we got it now, and now we got the eyes to see. Now we have more tools to make things better now, right?
I can't even talk. I'm over here crying. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Listen, don't be afraid to just express yourself and talk. You know what I'm saying?
It's that I'm going through my trials and tribulations. Like I've learned to lose so much in the past 7 months. It's been quite a journey. And like when, you know, people say you're going through trials and tribulations and it's hard, you always got to find that joyfulness in it. You always got to rejoice, and that's every day for me.
Right.
As much pain as I'm going through.
Right. And you know, don't feel one thing too, you know, says don't feel like you're alone. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone, because even though you may see other people in the body and they're cheerful and they're smiling, know that they're going through their trial too. So you're not the only one. We're all going through something. We're all being tried. Like right now, how the scriptures explain it is that the Most High is trying us to make us go to see if we can be that goal piece that he's looking for. So we're all gonna get tried. We all gonna lose, and what we're gonna lose is not gonna be more than what we're gonna gain at the end. You have to understand that. You have to believe that and mentally tell yourself that. So my words of encouragement for you is just always, like, see what you did. You came into this broadcast, but you left another one because you was learning. You was in another Bible study. Always surround yourself around the scriptures. That's gonna be your comfort. These scriptures are our comfort for because there's people in the world who don't have no comfort. They just go through their pain, they go through their sorrow, and what they do, they turn to drugs, they turn to unfruitful relationships. Some people even turn to suicide. You understand? So, you know, always remember that the Most High, he loves you. That's first and foremost. He didn't give you this information to destroy you and to discourage you. He gave it to you because he's seen there's something in you that can handle what he's about to give you. And there's something in you that he needs for other people to see. Can you imagine that? The Most High selected you to be able to be a light to somebody else, because there's somebody that, because there's a saying that says no two fingerprints is the same. So there's something that's inside of you that I can't show someone. There's something that's in you that only you, the Most High, chose you specifically to show to somebody. I can't do that. So that each and every one of us is an important piece to this whole thing that the Most High is doing. Each and every one of us is needed. But you just gotta be girded, be strong, surround yourself around like-minded people, and that's so important. I'm telling you that right now. You have to surround yourself around like-minded brothers and sisters. You have to be in that word. You gotta stay in prayer. You gotta encourage what the scripture says. Encourage yourself. Sing psalms within yourself. Sing songs of encouragement to yourself, because only you can do that. And another thing the scriptures also say, instead of having a million counselors, have but one. Find somebody that's in truth, that you can confide in and you can express yourself to and speak to. Find one of the sisters that you can talk to and be able to express yourself, because that's one thing that I see that our people don't lean on is what they call is therapy or counseling. We have to learn how to talk to each other. Release whatever is in you out. Don't hold it in, because these spirits want you to hold it in, and they say things to you like, yo, these people don't understand what I'm going through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. Nobody understands me. Nah. There is somebody that understands you. There's somebody who went through what you went through probably yesterday, and they could probably give you some words of encouragement to help you through that. So find somebody you can confide in, and don't forsake the assembling of yourself with the body. That's going to rejuvenate you from week to week. This is why we encourage brothers and sisters to come to Shabbat, come to service, fellowship, right?
Right now I've been trying to. The only thing is that, again, I'm going through like so much right now. Like, like I said, I've learned to gain and lose so much. Like, I'm gaining the knowledge. I'm in it now. I was actually in the baptism class because I am thinking about getting baptized. And I guess once everything started getting serious for me, and talking to Deacon from the DOCC NYC, I'm just doing what I need to do. My car decided to break down, so now I have no way of getting there. So it's like,
it's trial after trial, right?
Exactly. And it was probably like, right now, hold on. I see you, girl, but you need to hold on. There's still a lot.
And look, if I could leave you with this, I'm going to just read this to you. And you could read this for yourself, too. This whole chapter is good. In the Apocrypha. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. Right?
Sirach?
Yeah, chapter 2. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, my son or daughter, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's what the scripture says. So it's not by accident that you're going through this. These things are going to happen. And look, the Most High is going to explain why these things happen. It says, verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in thy last end. See that? Listen to this, verse 4. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Listen to verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. So understand that you going through what we all went through when we first came into this. Just like how gold is tried in the furnace. Like when you get a chance to, also go on YouTube and look at the process of how gold is made. That's us. That dirty little piece of rock. When the Most High finds us, he has to refine us to make us that gold piece that he could use. So listen, stay encouraged, sis. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it.
I've been in the scripture. I've been on YouTube. I did my Hebrew and Bible Academy. I did my first one, and I'm doing my second one. Praise the Most High. And I'm getting the slap back from my family members talking about, oh, you're only on there, you're only doing this. And it's like, I mean, you guys won't see what I'm doing, but, what I do behind my closed doors, I know what I'm doing.
Right. And you see, as long as what our Heavenly Father in heaven sees, that's what matters. That's what matters. Men, we don't live to please men. We don't live to show people what it is. As long as the Most High know what it is, and you know what the Most High is, and you have that relationship with the Most High, that's what matters. But listen, sis, don't give up. Continue to endure. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day.
I remember asking the brothers. I'm like, is it gonna get worse? I remember asking one of the brothers if it was gonna get worse.
Nah, it's gonna get better. I promise you. I promise you, it will get better. I'm telling you, it will. Okay, like I said, we're the Most High is trying us, not to put us down, but to see, are we worthy of this king? Because imagine you got something that only a few people could obtain. You want to make sure that the people that's coming in here is worth coming in here. You understand? God. So, sis, stay encouraged. Make sure you stay in contact with the people in the body. I know I be hearing from you from time to time on Instagram. So don't be afraid to reach out. All right.
Oh,
Definitely.
appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate you too. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
All right. Wow, what a great show. What a great show, man. I really appreciate everybody for calling in and chiming in. And for that last call, I'm gonna end it with this song. I haven't released it yet, but I'm gonna play it. Some of you heard it already, and it's called Brighter Day. This song is for you, caller. I'm gonna play this. Right? And I'm gonna play this song to end, right?
It's gonna be a brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Oh, brighter day. Brighter day.
Unreleased track.
When things are not going your way, take it to him and just kneel down and pray. Countless thoughts that keep me up at night. I call my Abba, he makes everything alright. Ooh, his love is unconditional. He fills my cup with overflows.
Please hit that like button and subscribe, family.
I know that he's able. Trust and see. I know it's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter.
It's gonna be a brighter day, guys.
It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. Life can be so tricky sometimes. Always have you caught up. Time to be blind because we used to live a fantasy. My Abba never wanted that for you or me. Yeah. Ooh, his love is unconditional. He filled my cup, it overflows. Ooh, I know that he's able. Trust and see. I know it's gonna be a brighter day. Brighter day.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. Ooh, it's gonna be a brighter day, a brighter day. Ooh, a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter day. Listen, for all you guys who think tomorrow can't get any worse, always remember, tomorrow will be a brighter day, man. Shout out to Sis Natalia for, coming on those vocals with me. And, that song, I just wanted to play that song because, we gotta, we gotta look forward to that brighter day, man. You may think today is you in a funk. When the Most High wakes you up the next day, just know that today is going to be a better day than yesterday. The fact that you even alive and you could breathe makes it better than the day before. So praise the Most High. So, I'm going to end the show on that note. I thank you and appreciate you guys for coming in. Share this content, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever the case is. Thank you. Like I said, once again, thank you guys for coming in. Until next time, right? I'm going to see you guys again on the next time. Shalom, family. Peace.